Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the last day of our Italian road trip. We had a wonderful 8 days in Italy. I can't wait to share all the details, where we stayed, what we ate, and all the other places that we have visited. As always, remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. 3.5, almost 4 hours, piece of cake driving from Zagreb to Mestre. We have just arrived. We are at the bus station, which is exactly in front of our hotel. That will take us to Venice. It's supposed to be easier to go by bus than to go by car and then look for parking there. We didn't have a plan for that afternoon. We were just walking around. Venice is so unique and there is so much to see in every corner. I think we walked around 12 kilometers that afternoon. We had a delicious early dinner. Nobody was checking QR codes that afternoon. That was Saturday afternoon, but the next day, Sunday morning, there were people checking QR codes on the bridges around Venice. So you do need to have a QR code in order to get into the city. We had it, as long as you have a hotel reservation, you can get that code for free. If you don't, if you're coming just for a day from some other place, then you do have to book it online. We are now on our way to Venice by car because yesterday it was a disaster. So the hotel where we are staying at currently is in Mestre, which is 10 minutes from Venice. And yesterday when we arrived, the girl at the reception told us that there is a bus which is right in front of the hotel. It goes every, I don't know, half an hour, and it takes you directly to Venice and leaves you there. You don't have to worry about anything else. Much cheaper than paying for the parking. The parking is 35 euros per day, and who knows if there's going to be availability. So we decided to go by bus. The bus tickets were 5 euros for 2 people, and then we were supposed to, she explained that there won't be buses on the way back. We will have to use the train. The ticket for the train was, I think, a little bit less than 3 euros, so like 7-8 euros for both of us to go there and come back. So we decided to do that. But so first of all, the bus didn't come when it was supposed to come, so okay, we waited. We lost like 45 minutes there waiting for the bus, which in the end arrived. Then when we were going back, we were supposed to get back at 11 p.m. That train was canceled. The next train was at midnight, so we waited until midnight, and then that train was canceled as well. I was checking the prices of Uber, and it was 60 euros, 65 euros to get back to our hotel for a 10-minute drive, which is crazy. So the trains were canceled. There were so many people, and then they organized buses because the trains were canceled, and it was just a mess. The bus left us close to the hotel, but we still had to walk, and we arrived in the room. It was like 1:30 a.m. What a mess. So today we are going definitely by car. The reason why there was such a mess with public transportation yesterday is because they are on strike. So nobody told us that. We didn't, of course, watch Italian news. So let's see if we find parking today. We found the parking. It was 35 euros per day. We needed to leave the car with the keys and all our stuff there because they move your car as people come and go. They move the cars around in the parking. We arrived to Venice, and the first thing that we did was the gondola ride. It lasted for about half an hour. The price was 90 euros, and it was really interesting to hear things from Venice from the gondola driver who is from there, and we just asked him a lot of questions. It was really interesting. The Mark Square was full of chairs because there was a concert happening in the evening, so we didn't see the square without all of the musical equipment and the chairs. We did enter in the Duke's Palace, which was, of course, simply majestic. We didn't enter in the Basilica, however, because the line was just kilometers and kilometers long. It was really hot and we didn't want to wait that much. We had another lovely dinner in Venice, went back to the hotel, and the next day we checked out from the hotel and went down south. We went to Rome. My husband wanted to see the arena, so we did a 3-hour tour in the Roman Colosseum in the arena. And then we stayed one night in Rome. Just walked around after that tour in the city. It was just super crowded. Fontana di Trevi was a mess. It was just so many people. It was overwhelming. So we just walked a little bit, had dinner, went back to the hotel, and then the next day I couldn't wait to get to Positano because it was just so hot. The next day we drove to Pompeii. I honestly thought that Pompeii would be a little bit different from all of the documentaries that I have seen. I thought there would be more bodies everywhere. There were for about 4 or 5 bodies in the city center and then some more at the museum, but the frescoes and the houses are very well preserved. There are some amazing things that you can see inside. Definitely worth a visit. However, I would stay there for half a day or more. It is a very big place and you can walk around a lot. We have arrived to Sorrento right after the Pompeii tour in the late afternoon. We left our things in the hotel and went to walk straight in the city center. We had that night the best dinner of the entire trip, which was in l'Antica Trattoria in Sorrento. Everything was just perfect, from l'amuse-bouche, the wine. My husband had cannelloni. I had shrimp lemon pasta. It was the best dinner of all of the days. I'll leave all the information of the places we've visited down below in the description. In the end, we were so happy that we stayed in Sorrento and not in Positano because it is very walkable, it's not steep, and our hotel was really comfortable. It had a big balcony, parking lot, free parking lot, pool, and the staff was really nice. Breakfast was okay, and we were just so happy with the choice in the end. The real first day on the seaside started in Capri. We had a ferry from Sorrento there. Quick and easy, 15 minutes. We arrived, walked around a little bit on the island, but it was just so unbearably hot. 29 Celsius degrees, but it felt like 38, 39. It was beautiful what we saw. And then we went to Da Luigi ai Faraglioni to refresh, to be on the sea the rest of the day because basically you couldn't do anything else. There is a boat that takes you there from Marina Piccola. It's just a beautiful destination if you want to spend half a day, the whole day, swimming in the sea, sun tanning, resting. It is just it was beautiful. Each guest has a private sunbed, a little table, and a waiter that comes and serves you food, drinks, whatever you want. I didn't take a better video, but there were a lot of people there. A lot of sunbeds, a lot of people. And in the afternoon, we went back to Marina Piccola, and from there to the other marina where we took the ferry to Sorrento at 7 p.m., which was pretty early, but that was the latest ferry for to Sorrento. Finally, the following day, I think that you can guess where I'm going by wearing the lemon print dress. We went to Positano. This whole trip was supposed to be about Positano. We were planning to stay there, but then we couldn't find a hotel there. It was just completely booked or super, super pricey. In the end, I'm happy, as I've said, that we chose to stay in Sorrento. The traffic in Italy is pretty wild. If you're going to rent a car, you have to be really careful. Streets are very narrow. The drivers just drive without using turn signals. There are situations, for example, like this one, Vespas people, buses, just so much going on, and it's pretty chaotic. But if you're careful, you'll be fine. That day was the hottest day of our trip, and we have spent half a day on the pool of our hotel. And then we went a little bit later in the afternoon to Positano. However, it was still super hot and difficult to climb up thousands and thousands of stairs in that heat. But it was worth it. We refreshed with lemon sorbet, and all in all, we really loved Positano. It's just a lovely, lovely place. Good morning, everyone. We are on our way to Nerano. I have my new headband that I got yesterday in Luisa Positano. Yesterday was our first afternoon in Positano, a very lovely, I don't know if it's a city or a town. It's so beautiful. It's bigger than I have expected, but is extremely steep. It's very hilly, so it was a bit difficult to go up and down even though we were there for one afternoon, outside is just super hot. It's 29 degrees, but it feels like 38. The sun is so strong, and then walking up and down in that heat is pretty challenging. I can't imagine how it is for elderly people. Yesterday afternoon we spent walking around, we did a little bit of shopping, we had early dinner. All in all, it was very beautiful. Saw the Fornillo beach from afar, and my husband didn't really like it, so today we asked at the reception for a beach recommendation, and they recommended Nerano beach. It's supposed to be really lovely, so let's see how that is going to go. So far our trip has been pretty adventurous. Italians drive like there is no law. Not sure why, but they don't really use turn signals. On the highway, they drive in the middle of the road, and it's just a little bit dangerous. When I was driving, I am of course very used to, if somebody is going to come in front of me, that they're going to use a turn signal, especially if we're driving 130 kilometers per hour. But it's not that case here. So if you're going to rent a car here, just a warning, you do have to be really careful. It's not impossible, of course. You have to be really careful and pay a lot of attention of the other cars, buses, people, Vespas. There are Vespas everywhere. Then some small weird cars that I've never seen. I don't know. It's just a lot of things going on the streets. So just have that in mind. The food so far has been surprisingly delicious. I'm gonna write all of the places we have visited down below in the description. Simply delicious. Pizza, pasta, fish. I loved everything. I can't say we had one bad meal in this, almost a week that we have been here. It's even been approved by my Mexican husband, who is really used to a really good food, Mexican food. Everything here is pretty pricey because there are just so many people. So I think a regular price, like what we have paid for the lunch or dinner, I think without the bottle of wine for a dinner course, we would spend between 70 and 100 euros, and then if we drank wine, that would be 150, right? 150 euros, of course, it depends which wine you are drinking. But yeah, that is pretty pricey. The prices of the parkings are insane. You have to leave your car with your belongings inside. You have to give them a key so that they can move your car around. And yeah, it's been expensive. From Venezia, it was 35 euros per day there. And then here in Positano, it was 10 euros for an hour. Mind-blowing prices of the parking. However, we haven't been so lucky with the public transport here in Italy for the last week. In the end, it was a better choice to go by car. What I like the most from our trip so far is Capri and Positano. Capri was just so lovely, very small island, walkable. It just had special vibes, and I really liked the beach club where we went for a day. And Positano, of course, it's a special place, and they really made it very well. Restaurants, cafes, shopping, little stores and everything just has really nice vibes. We just parked our car right here behind me with a very lovely typical Italian grandpa for only 10 euros. So if you're going to go here on the beach, I am going to write the destination down below. It is really close to the beach, and let's see how do we like it. We went to La Perla Beach Club. It was really lovely, not crowded, much cheaper, and there were mostly Italians, locals. We were very, very satisfied with our choice to go there. In the afternoon, we went to Positano again because to see things we haven't seen the day before, because we only went for the afternoon. We did some shopping, we ate there. I haven't filmed that. The food wasn't as good as in Sorrento. We had lovely meals in the L'Antique Trattoria Antica in Sorrento. Also, Donna Sofia in Sorrento was very good. But in Positano, we weren't that lucky with the food. This is the beautiful dress that I got in Positano. Our last day in the Amalfi Coast couldn't have been more perfect. We went to the Dream Beach Club by Conca del Sogno, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which was a dream. Luigi, the driver, the guy that you have just seen, took us there from the parking spot. It wasn't so crowded. It was just beautiful. We had sunbeds there as well, and we just enjoyed the heat. Half a day on that beach. The last stop of our trip was Ravello. The drive, oh my god, the drive from the beach club to there was gorgeous. I couldn't believe it. Some of the little towns were even you don't know which one is prettier than the other, as you can see. If you're somewhere there, definitely go to Ravello. It is breathtaking. We went to Villa Cimbrone there. We purchased the tickets right there. We didn't have anything reserved. We walked around the villa, the gardens, and it is very, very unique and special place. If you go there, definitely visit Ravello. Even if it's too hot, you can get there later in the afternoon. There were a lot of people there, a lot of people taking pictures, which is why I don't have any better videos. There were a lot of girls taking selfies and a lot of photographers, and this is all that I got from there. But all in all, I think that was my favorite day of the trip. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to like it and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Bye bye.